Previously on Samurai Nighttime.
Andrew asks, how do you get girls to like you? Another
Be friends with Gary.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
No, Gary.
Yeah, if anything, yeah, Gary.
Dude, right now is the time to just...
I know it is, but like,
Obi.
And then you go, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do it
Oh,
that way.
are we still friends after this?
Dude, that is the horrible
Yeah.
feeling
It's the
ever.
worst.
Oh,
It's the worst.
then you take notes.
That's
I got notes.
I legit.
about how to get girls to like you, quote unquote. Relationships when
Be
it's
friends with Gary.
bro. It doesn't work. I'm literally 1 for 1.
100%.
But
He said, but
Dang. Why
who's
you
to say that it's wrong?
I have yet to
So
be proven
far,
wrong.
You know, they say it's a fact until it can be scientifically proven wrong. It hasn't been proven wrong per se. So,
You're saying it must be falsifiable.
yeah. I mean, I know. I mean, I guess maybe it hasn't really led to anything, but I know a lot of people say, "Hey, Gary, your friend Lance, he's a looker."
I want to know who this is, bro.
So I mean, you know,
Who is this?
They did say. You met them.
hey,
Who is it? Who is it?
Don't worry about it.
You can edit it. I want to know. I'm not gonna. My
Said,
hopes are not gonna
worry
go
about it.
Don't worry
anywhere.
about
I
it.
just want to know.
Don't worry about it.
I had gotten a question saying, "How do you know when you're more than friends?"
We can talk about that.
Ooh,
Because that's kind of what Lance was talking about, where you go laser
Yeah.
focused on one, and then you figure it out, and then if it's pretty clear that it's not going to happen,
then you just keep shooting.
versus you kind of are friendly and nice, and you're not really anything with anyone, and then you figure out who's the most receptive, and you're like, oh, maybe them. Boom.
Well, what about the situation when you're already just friends, with no intention of it being more than that, but then all of a sudden,
Go
Go with the flow.
don't worry about
Just like Gary's shoulders. Go with it. Just go with the flow.
Well, there's two
There you go.
situations, like kind of thing, where one, you're already friends, like with no intention of getting more than that, but you start realizing you are attracted to this person, and then maybe it's mutual, and like, how do you know if you're more than that kind of thing? Or how do you, like, maybe you are shooting, but how do you realize that it is going to be more than just being friends? Does that make sense? I feel like I talked like Lance just now.
Aaron,
Like,
answer me.
you just
If you don't know, how you know?
If you don't know how you know,
don't worry about
You
it.
don't know how you
don't worry about it.
Like,
don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
like
Don't worry about it.
you just
We're gonna make that a song.
it just has that has a different feel to it, you know. And then like once for me personally, once things started happening differently than interactions I have with regular friends, like I already knew, like, okay, that's something in itself right there.
So it's all relative.
Yeah, because like, like I don't even do this with my best friends, so like, why? Like, this is definitely something.
You sure? You sure about that?
Lance, dude, I'm not even gonna say it. So, it wasn't even disrespectful, but I'm not even gonna say it. But yeah, like once it turns into like, once you start noticing that you like say like, what's a good example? Like I said, just
You behave different.
you behave differently
around them.
You-
You think different.
yeah,
You're doing. You got me doing things I thought I would never do.
Yeah, they got you.
Man, I'm telling you.
I'm attracted.
Okay, so
Simple
but
as that.
how do
Something
you
simple as that.
know
For
if
me,
you ever
for-
okay, go. Yeah.
for me, the biggest giveaway is if I ask to call you after like 1 a.m. and you're like, oh yeah. I'm like,
Oh,
okay.
okay. Like, hey,
Okay.
bet.
I'm like, you got work in the
Okay.
morning. You say yes?
Okay, I guess
Dang,
you answered my question
put
kind of, Gary.
Time aside.
what I was gonna bring
for-
up.
Yeah.
Because
If-
I was gonna say how, like, for Aaron, like, that's how you know that you're feeling you're more than friends, but how do you know if they're feeling the same?
Oh, for me, if I
Oh,
want to do that,
Oh, they're like,
I'm giving away all my secrets. If I want to do that, that's generally a sign that, like, it's a hint without me really, like, I'm not sure yet, but I'm walking down that path. And then if you say, oh yeah, like
one.
she says like, call me whenever, or like, yeah, you can call me in the middle of the night. I'm like, Jesus.
Dang.
He's like, bet.
I'm like,
Kinda
okay.
friend.
Yeah,
Without
yeah,
even making a reference to
that
something,
too.
But I,
Like what
But-
Gary was saying, like if they like with me, one way to know that they have that interest is that they're engaging with me first. I'm not always the one initiating everything, and that they want to like know like, oh, how's your day going, something like that.
Mhm.
Like they're interested in in you, like they're showing that interest.
Assuming they're into the small talk.
So they caught it. They caught the hook.
Oh.
Because I've
What
did you really?
Women aren't fishes, Lance.
Oh, sorry.
they're women.
Bro, jeez, bro.
They're
Watching
all
you.
women. They are though. But see, that's exactly what I mean. Like, this is exactly what I mean in terms of I'm terrible at reading things, because that's how I thought was happening one time, where like I would be in a conversation, it felt nice, right?
They were like this, right? They're like this.
Then sometimes when I didn't talk, they would
They
talk
said-
to me. Like, they would reach out to me about something.
And they're like,
You
RJ,
know?
hello.
Yeah, like they threw the hook, right?
Uh-huh.
They did that.
And
I was
RJ
like,
said,
oh.
Oh yeah, when they throw the hook, bro.
But then, like,
Throw it away.
when like, I don't know, sometimes like when I like bring it back, all of a sudden the conversation kind of like stops somewhere.
Hmm.
Like, it's so confusing to me. Like, I don't know if I'm just talking to girls who either play or they're
ooh,
really just not interested, or
what does
hard to
play
tell.
mean?
I don't want to say that they do, because I want to give them the benefit of the doubt. But my
Why? Do
definition.
you think they're going to see this?
No, I mean, even if they do, I still don't think they're playing me. I don't
Right.
think that at least that's their intention. I don't think. But my definition of playing is like leading people on, so to speak, I guess. And like,
On purpose?
not necessarily, I don't think, but like being extra, and then realizing like,
It was just a prank.
yeah, like backing away all of a sudden, right? Like kind of going all in a way, but then all of a sudden backing up.
Mhm.
Maybe they want something from you.
That's the other thing about playing, like, to
Is money.
test people's emotions, right? So like, I get like, like both sides usually send hints or feelers out there to see how the other one's, like, the gauging of other people's feelings, right? And I think that's fair. I think you should, because you don't want to, like, I don't think personally you should like invest too much time on something that is not going to be reciprocated.
You just imagine like cold.
Yeah, like
You like me?
You need to know
Yeah.
what's happening. You need to know how they're feeling too. But
Reciprocation
sometimes
is a lot for me.
playing to me is like the person will send the feelers, and then they like start. But going back to the fish analogy, they start like nipping at it, right? But then pull it even before you take a bite.
So like this you going,
Yeah,
No.
they just want to probably see like, oh, I am right.
I don't know.
Man, I'm
some also don't they do it to just like keep you in the back pocket just to know that
Yes.
just in case.
like,
Something
oh
like
I got you here, like,
Ooh.
oh, like I'm actually going for this person over here, but
You
I'm gonna keep
collect
this person
and
on the hook.
select.
just in case it
collect
doesn't work
and
out.
select,
So be like,
bro.
yeah, how's it going? But really,
Tell me
though,
where I
here-
got that from. I just
You made that up?
Good job,
no.
Lance.
I know. Someone.
Oh. But Aaron, I know someone in that situation, and that's not cool.
You
That's
know
what exactly what
someone
I'm
in that
talking about.
situation?
That's not cool.
Of
at
the
all.
situation. Well, at least that's how they feel.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't know the reference, but
No, I mean, yeah,
That's
but
messed up. That's not a cool situation to be
that's
in
what I'm
at all.
saying.
no.
That's playing. That's to me.
Yeah.
Playing.
Okay, I
That's-
can agree
that's
with
fine.
that.
Because they have no intention of anything, but they're keeping you there.
They just know, like,
Because they
They
know
know-
you're
They,
like.
they know they got their hooks in you.
they know you're
So-
interested.
Yeah.
Mm. Mm.
That to me is playing.
Mm.
That's playing.
They know you're
the game.
interested. They're not invested.
See, to me, that's playing.
They
the
could
game is
be.
not. Yeah,
But they're not.
yeah, you never know.
Because that's why you're in the pocket,
hmm
right? Because if they needed to, they could. But that's mean.
Because I don't think necessarily playing is like say like what we were talking about earlier with the machine gun theory, where like you're shooting multiple shots in different
Oh,
directions.
yeah,
I
shotgun.
don't think that's playing for sure.
Spray and pray.
Well, because
And
You're
pray. Collect and select and spray and pray.
yeah.
If we weren't recording.
Like
Yeah,
a sprinkler.
I think you have to be careful with the if you're gonna decide to chat with a lot of people that you don't lead any of them on.
Oh yes. If you do what I said earlier, where you're like, I don't know, sending too much, like when you end up becoming playing them, that's when you become a. But simply talking to people to get to know them,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's playing. But once it goes
When
beyond
does
that,
when does it cross the threshold?
yeah, I know that's tough.
That's the really difficult question.
It is difficult.
I think for me, the phone call at 1 a.m., bro. That's a
Oh yeah,
that's a
I think that's a
definitive,
fair
like,
thing.
I tend to do that. It's risky to do that, but I tend to do that when I feel very confident that I'll get a yes.
Mm.
I don't think I've ever done it where I got a no. But I've also, when I know that it wasn't going to work, I didn't ask.
My bad, Gary.
No, I'm what I'm
Dang,
saying.
it's the secrets, bro. You just let me write.
100%. That's what I'm telling you. Oh,
No, what I'm saying is, if I have a doubt more than like 2-3%, I don't even try.
Bro, Gary's a sharpshooter.
I think that's my problem is that I have a lot of doubts.
You're a sharpshooter, Gary.
Well, no, I have plenty of
you
doubts.
know, you know.
I have plenty of doubts. I've tried to get to know
but
people,
not with this.
and then like, I'm like, okay, like it's kind of like I'm kind of getting to know them, but I'm not really feeling it. Not that I'm not interested, but it doesn't feel like something's happening, and like I don't blame, I'm not mad at anyone. So I'm not even gonna do the risky thing where like, hey, you want FaceTime? Want to call? I'm not gonna do that. Cold.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why it's
Cold
fine. I
or
think
anything less than a
to
90.
get to know people first.
Right. Well, but that's kind of the thing. Like as you get to know them, there is a bond that grows
Yes.
just by talking to someone all the time.
Yeah, definitely.
So when you talk to them all the time, the question now becomes, when does it cross the threshold?
I think once you've established that kind of bond, like that
When
kind of
do
bond,
you consider
that's
it
already the
established?
crossing. Yeah, that's when you've crossed the threshold already.
Well, when do you consider it established?
You just know.
I don't want that. I mean, yeah,
I guess.
but I feel like there is some sort of what's the word tangible moment that does say it. I feel
What
like
are
there
some
is.
clear-cut
Okay,
signs?
I like that.
What are some clear-cut
That was
signs
good.
where
Like
we
what you
can
talked
all
about with the
agree, like,
phone
you're
call?
probably
Okay, here's
probably-
one thing
you
I
feel
always think is a tangible is you get the good morning and good night text.
Oh,
Yeah.
bro.
That's the tangible.
Yeah, good-
That's when you
good.
know
bro.
something's
Dude.
there.
Bro.
That's how I feel. At least I don't know.
The good
So
morning.
that is, I think that is it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
Bro.
one of the
That's the sign.
things. That I mean,
I forgot
You hit the
Forgot.
nail on the head.
That means that's you're the first person they thought of, or even if it's not like right away, it's still
They made it a part of the start.
They made it a
their
part
day.
of the start of their day, and then the last thing
They made it a part of the start.
they
of
made
their
it a part of the last part of the day.
All
You
right.
know, I don't. If for some reason you guys didn't talk at any part of the day, but if they only said good morning, good night, there's still something there. That's how important those texts are to me, I think.
One of the things I was really bad at, I still am bad at, is like small talk.
Small talk.
That stuff is tiny, but it means a lot.
Yeah.
It's tiny in that it only takes, for me, a little couple swipes.
Oh, that's another thing where I mean, I guess it's because I'm one of those people who do like small talk. So if like when I guess a red flag to notice like nothing, or it's hard for me to tell if it's a red flag that they're not interested or if they're just not good at it, like how you are, Gary, because it's not necessarily a red flag. Maybe they just aren't good at responding. But that's the thing. I don't like it when they don't respond right away.
Well, then it's not your type.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know.
What's
But
right
I still
away?
love you, Gary. I'm just kidding.
RJ always responds very quick.
I do though.
Right away, as in like within like 5 minutes.
It doesn't have to be literally right away, but like if it takes more than 3 hours, that's a lot of time.
Depending on what though.
Oh, of course, if you're busy, if you're at work, if whatever, you have some sort of other obligation you need to take care of, by all means, like I get it. But at least like, I don't know. If it goes like,
Reasonably short.
yeah, I say reasonably short. I think 3 hours is reasonable. Like, because then if you are at work, within 3 hours you would have had a break.
You should have had your 10-minute break, and you should have
Yeah.
had your lunch
You know what I'm
by
saying?
5th hour.
You are RJ. I think you're a great guy because you are a busy guy
trying to
all
get
the
at me?
time. I'm just saying like
You
you're
are
a busy guy and you take
Wes
your
is a busy guy.
time to text people.
See,
and
okay,
then,
that's what I mean though. I think that's why that's my type is I like people to respond
That's my
because
type. That's my
even
type.
freaking love that dance. But yeah, because like Lance, as you mentioned, there's a lot of things I do, and I'm always trying to do something, but I still do what I can to respond to people. So I want
like
that
that.
same kind of effort.
Mhm.
But I think you should focus if you're gonna like try to look for someone like that. I don't know. I think they're gonna be like, this guy's a good guy,
Personally,
which is like,
Like the bad way, like the good guy, like man, this is just,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
it,
yeah.
just a good guy.
yes.
That is my utmost fear.
Yo, okay, so you
Wish I
gotta be a slight butthole, just a slight,
think-
just
I
a
think-
pinch of butthole, bro.
I
Okay,
think-
go ahead, Gary.
I think everyone's fear in this group of friends is to be a guy like you.
Dude, I wrote a freaking poem about it.
I know.
Mhm.
I'm a
Dude,
guy.
when I wrote that poem, so many guys liked it.
Oh,
That's the most
Like,
that's the
yep,
poem that the
Yep.
most guys liked. Everything else, like girls liked it, or like it was a mix. But that one, so many guys that don't even follow my account.
Oh, it just made its way.
Well, because I shared it on my main too,
But
and then
still.
they looked at it, and yeah, so they're like, dude, because every guy feels that same way.
I want
I
to.
think whether you're a nice guy or
You
not,
gotta- you
you
gotta
still feel
break
that
it.
way.
break it.
That is a fear of mine. I want to be very clear, and I'm very fortunate to not have heard that yet.
Good guy.
That you're a a great guy. I wish
I had a guy like you.
I've never experienced that.
I've never had
Consider
those.
yourself lucky.
I've never had those
I feel
exact
very
words.
fortunate because I already know I would like cry.
100%.
I-
Still.
I've never had those exact words, but I basically had it said to me before. Where like
Yeah, right.
Why can't I find someone like you?
no, because someone told me
Yeah, that hurts, bro.
someone told me
I'm
that
just
one
like,
day-
I'm like,
dude, it hurts so much.
I'm here.
what? How you going?
Like me.
No, because okay, this is a situation where I'm talking about where like I haven't heard those exact words. Someone told me like they were talking to me about a guy that they do like, and say all the things that they know, like what made them like them, and I'm like, I do the exact same thing. That you just described me without saying my name. I'm like, what the heck do I got to do then?
you gotta call him like, dude.
You gotta be a butthole, bro.
No, okay, Lance, this is what I was
Being
gonna
a
say before
butthole.
Gary said that.
Okay.
If that's what it takes to like them, for me to change who I am, I don't want them.
Okay.
I don't want them. If you can't like me for who I am, then you don't
What if you
deserve
suck?
me. You don't deserve me then.
What if you suck though?
Right.
If I suck,
You're
fine.
you're such a good guy.
That's who I am, though. If you don't like me for who I am,
My
Bye.
take on that. I don't know if I'm mean or rude for this, but I feel like
I mean, of course. Okay, here. Of course, if there is something that I do need to change for the better, okay, I'll listen. But I don't want to be the way Lance said it. I don't want to be a butt.
you don't want to change your internal personality.
I don't wanna
I'm
change
saying
my
you don't
values.
have to change.
You don't want to be like this.
a lot. Just like show.
I don't want to
them,
change my
you know,
values.
Hey,
that
what's
you
I
good?
don't
can
want to.
step outside of the box a little bit. That's what they want.
Okay,
They want
that phrase I'll accept, but I don't
Okay,
want to.
okay,
I don't want
that's
to
how
become a butthole. I don't want to change and like be. I
I'm
don't wanna
just.
be,
That was for me. The butthole.
I don't
want
want to. I don't want to act rude to people. I don't want to. Change my philosophy of like how to treat people. I don't want to do that. If it takes me like having to, what you said, like step out of my comfort zone about something,
just a little bit. Yeah.
then sure,
I think
okay,
that's a good.
yeah, I'll accept that because I
wise
agree with
way.
you. I think that's a good point.
So
But if
my
it takes
my
me
question
changing
is
stuff-
what is eligible for change within a person before it becomes I have to change who I am? Because for me, I don't feel necessarily, hey, tell me if I'm wrong, but I feel like who I was 5-10 years ago is relatively the same,
Same.
but there's a lot about me that's different. I feel like it's an oxymoron in a way.
I know what you mean.
Because I don't know, I just been the same kind of guy pretty much.
I think it's the risk you take. Like you just got to take a risk. You don't got to change yourself. You just gotta try to.
For your situation, Gary, what you're
I don't
talking
know.
about, I feel like because I don't think you're a bad person by any means.
You'd be wrong.
But like the things that I feel like I don't think you need to change much. It's just that you're kind of you're a specific type, I think.
Your
in terms of,
mystery.
like,
My type. That's my
that's my
type.
take.
That's my type.
You know what I mean? Like, not everybody likes that type, but I think that's okay. But then again, this is just my philosophy on how to approach things on a relationship.
Right. Well, because for me, I've been trying to figure out. I think all of us agree that we want to be
The
better versions of ourselves. We want to improve to become
Mhm.
desirable, not romantically exclusively. We're talking just
Yeah, in general.
you want to
Very
be good,
Yeah.
useful, productive, all
Valued.
positive attributes. But like I said, what about you is up for change, and it doesn't count as you have to change yourself, because I don't want, like, when younger people, like if I talk to them, and especially like younger, like young high school age people, if I'm talking to them, they're like, I don't change anything about yourself. Like,
Oh yeah.
you're perfect, like the way you are, like just be
That's-
yourself. It's like, what if they suck?
Yeah. I can't think of any specifics, to be honest with you. I think just the way my mind's at is if they want you to change something, that's not exactly a bad thing. Like they just want you to change to be
Stop
what
smacking
they-
on your food.
okay. I think that can be changed. But
It's hard to
yeah.
categorize, right? Because I'm being intentionally like annoying with the question.
yeah,
'Cause I
so
wanna
I
get-
think okay, this is where I'm thinking. If they're trying to make you change to make you fit what they want,
Their image of you.
yeah, that's when
Okay.
you're changing yourself for the wrong reason, and you don't need to change.
Or if I
Or
want
just
you to be
saying
like this.
Genuine.
To me, it sounds like in that situation, it sounds like I'm attracted to you physically, but I'm not attracted to you everywhere else. So you need to change so that it
I
fits
see.
everything.
Okay, well then you don't necessarily have, so you're talking about like, if you're going to change something about you, it has to be genuine. It has to be
Yes.
something that you willingly change. You didn't change it to fit in, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Sorry, Gary, are you wearing glasses?
Yes.
Okay, at certain angles, looks
It
like you're
disappears.
not. Like right, like that angle, it looks like you're not, and it's throwing me off. My eyes are bad.
Here,
so
let
I'm
me
just like,
let me show our audience what I look like without glasses.
He
She
snapped.
turns into John Cena.
And there it is.
I like the snap, bro. You just
okay, I'm sorry.
Snap is the
sorry.
button.
Didn't mean to derail the conversation, but
No, you're
it was
good.
throwing me off, and it still is.
Here, hold on.
So
All right.
what were you saying, Gary?
No, I just think it. That's something I'm trying to figure out myself. Like, what am I allowed to change about myself, where it doesn't come across that I had to change who I am.
I don't
Is it-
think it's a matter of what you change; it's a matter of why you change.
Okay, I like that answer.
Because
So it's all a motivation thing.
I think personally, because like if you change for someone to like you,
That's
think
in
it
bad
is-
faith. I would.
that's
yeah.
yeah. But if you change because even if it's because someone didn't like you, and then you start realizing, oh, this isn't attractive, but it's something that you no longer find attractive about yourself,
I see.
that's when it's still okay.
So
And
you're
not-
so
Because it's as a result of what someone
it's
noticed about you, but
Yeah,
made
it
you
could have been
wanna
the reason
change
you
for the better.
right. It could have been the reason you noticed it, but it's not the reason why you changed.
so there is a circumstance then where you can change something about yourself to get other people to like you because you also acknowledge that you don't like it about yourself either.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
I
That's what
think
it comes
maybe
down
that's the better answer for the question of like, what can I change about me?
Yeah.
That wouldn't count as like I changed who I am to fit in. Like
hmm
I don't know. It's a hard question. I've never actually had that discussion with anyone. So
Wow.
yeah,
It's
it's a
a
good answer.
Samurai Nighttime exclusive right here, folks.
Yeah.
what do you not like about yourself?
Oh, a lot, bro.
We should share that.
Oh my gosh.
We should share that.
It's a lot.
It's another episode.
Next time on Samurai Nighttime.
So what is something that you don't like about yourself that you wish you can change or are trying to change? I will say this, I feel like I've taken more risks than I would before. And they're not bad things.
Yeah, like crack.
Yeah. No.
No. That was one of my biggest pet peeves with one of my exes. I don't know. Yeah, you do. You just don't want to say it.
Find the words. I overthink situations like possible outcomes of situations. Like if I do this, what will happen?
Yeah.
I'm-
The episode.
I'm Doctor Strange. I'm like this, and I'm just no legit. Like I'm like if I say this or if
How
I
many
do
worked? None.
yeah, I know. That's how I feel, man. But the main thing I would hope for you, Les, to remember is that you're not the same as you were before. You're the main variable that's going to change what is going to happen.
Dude, you're Korean samurai.
Yeah, you're our logo. You are our Jerry West.
Jerry West. This is NBA.
The
Yes,
NBA.
his NBA logo. Yes.
Oh, I'm good.